Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Greetings, everybody, from an entirely new location. Well, maybe about 3 feet away from the old location, yeah. But it's still new, right? I mean, come on. Hey, everyone. Hey, man. Hi, everybody. Who's out there? Who we got? Let's kick it off with the normal sort of thingy-mabob where we say hi to everybody. Say hi, X. There you go. She's finally unmasked. X is there working the background, and Rocket there is making sure he's going through all the entries. There he is. He's going through all the Rocket. At least pretend. Seriously, just pretend. Pretend. There you go. He's been checking out all the entries, making sure that they're all legit and stuff like that. Because we have two really awesome raffles today. I mean, like really cool raffles, especially if you like Korean food. Because wow, we just finished the feast this week, had some as well today. It's just like we're going through all the leftovers and stuff. People are coming over just to try this stuff because really yummy stuff, and you can have it in the comfort and safety of your own home. So we're going to be giving away some of that later on in the show, so stick around for that. We're also going to be showing you the same products that we're going to be giving away. That's coming up in Free Plug Friday. And then we're going to be talking about some current events and nicks and knacks and all that kind of jazz. So stick around with us. But in the meantime, let's kick it off as we usually do with the latest in headlines. And for that, over to you, Chris.
Yes, hi, Tito James. Happy Friday, inmates. The weekend is upon us again, and here are today's headlines. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque announced that the Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF, and the Metro Manila mayors has agreed to place the whole country under the less restrictive Modified General Community Quarantine, or MGCQ, by March. Earlier proposal came from the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, to place the country under MGCQ. Malacanang earlier expressed support for the proposal to shift the country to MGCQ by March, emphasizing the need to address hunger and poverty problems. Roque said he may announce the president's decision on the transition MGCQ before the end of February. Malacanang announced on Friday that foreigners with valid long-term visas will now be allowed to enter the country. Roque clarified over the People's Television Network that entry of tourists will have to wait for further announcements. For now, only investors, workers, foreigners with Filipino spouses, and their children are allowed to enter the country. The Interagency Task Force, or IATF, for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases previously allowed only foreigners with visas valid as of March 20, 2020 to enter the country. Arriving foreign nationals are subject to IATF requirements, which include having a pre-booked accommodation for at least 6 nights in an accredited quarantine hotel or facility. The IATF said foreigners must also undergo a COVID-19 swab test on the 6th day from the date of their arrival in the country. Around 560 athletes will comprise Team Philippines as it defends the Southeast Asian Games overall title in Vietnam, scheduled from November 21 to December 2. Philippine Olympic Committee President Bambol Tolentino said these athletes will compete in 520 events in 38 of the 40 sports competitions. The basis of selection primarily hinged on those athletes who won medals of any color in the 2019 SEA Games. They also looked at events where the potential of winning the gold medal is very high. The target number of athletes in the 31st SEA Games is half of the 1,115 Filipino athletes who competed in the 2019 edition in the country. The Filipinos won 149 golds, 117 silvers, and 121 bronzes to win its second overall championship in SEA Game history. The Philippines got its maiden title as overall champion in 2005, also at home. The Vietnam SEA Games organizers set a March 21 deadline for the submission of entries by numbers, while the deadline for the entries by names is in August. NASA's science rover Perseverance landed safely on Thursday on the floor of a vast crater of the Martian atmosphere. Perseverance is the most advanced astrobiology laboratory ever sent to another world on a search for traces of ancient microbial life on the red planet. The robotic vehicle sailed through space for nearly 7 months and arrived within its target zone inside the Zero crater. Because it takes radio waves 11 minutes to travel from Mars to Earth, the SUV-sized rover had already reached the Martian surface by the time its arrival was confirmed. Moments after touchdown, Perseverance beamed back its first black and white images from the Martian surface. The spacecraft's self-guided descent and landing during a complex series of maneuvers that NASA dubbed the 7 Minutes of Terror stands as the most elaborate and challenging feat in the annals of robotic spaceflight. The 2 year and $2.7 billion endeavor aims primarily to search for possible fossilized signs of microbes that may have flourished on Mars some 3 billion years ago. Those were today's headlines. Tito James, let's have you back on because it's time to look at the inbox.
You go. I need to
Look-
unmute and uncam myself. What you got there for us?
All right. Are you ready, Tito?
Never.
First one is the yeah, you're never ready
Never
for this.
stopped you
But
before.
I think you're ready for this one. The first one is the conduction sticker for sale. This is
I
you
posted this,
posted
so I
this.
do remember
Yeah.
this one. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. This is never fails to amaze me. Huh? It really does not fail to amaze me every single time people do this. They advertise their crimes and nobody
Mhm.
does anything about it. I don't get this. Am I the only one, Chris? Am I the only one that doesn't get this? It's like, how can we be like so strict with somebody not wearing a mask when they're biking and
That's
then
true.
arrest them and put them into a freaking actually lock them up for a while or put them into
Mhm.
a seminar? And then for people like this who are genuinely killing people on the roads by selling these things, well, I don't know what I'm
No, no.
missing. I'm
I'm actually
fresh out of
I'm actually
answers.
curious. I'm actually curious if do these people get caught or what? Do they get arrested or just they just let it slide? What
I
happens
hate
to
to
them?
say it, but nothing. I've not heard of any successful conviction for any of these ones. And I send these ones to the LTO. I mean, I don't just post them. I send them directly to the LTO and I
Mhm.
never hear an answer back. I never hear an update of what happened. I mean, you've heard every
Wow.
now and again they'll go, "Oh, I think once or twice they sent a summons or they press release that they sent a summons." But I still don't. I've never heard of a conviction or anything after that. So
Mhm.
it speaks more volumes about what people think of the agency. That bothers me even more because if you have an agency, an enforcement agency like the LTO, you need to have the credibility with the public. And if the public are doing this, it speaks volumes about what they think of your authority. It
Yes,
doesn't, there's no respect. You wouldn't do
I
this.
agree.
I mean, my best point here, best case that I could cite would be, would you see anybody in the country posting pictures of their Shabu lab? Think about it.
Of course not. Yes,
I'm
I
not even
agree.
trying to be funny, but it's the same thing. It's illegal, right? It's
Yes, yes.
illegal, but you'd never dream of doing it because you know that that would be the end for you. But so why now you could post this? It's still breaking the law. Why do people
Mhm.
post their speed when they go 200 kilometers an hour, 180 on the Skyway or wherever? They post that. It's a mindset. They're saying we don't even consider you to be a
Mhm.
credible agency. That's where we are right now at the moment with the
Yeah.
LTO, and that's kind of, yeah, it's a
They
big
always know that
struggle
they can
now.
get away with it. They can
Yeah, and
always get
it's an
away with it.
uphill climb for everything that they want to pass. That's what breaks my heart. It's because we're still trying to get road safety. We're not trying to post these things just to hate on the agency or to, to have a good laugh. We're posting this so that we can get things done. And yet the criminals are the ones laughing all the way, going,
Mhm.
look at that. You know what? Even when they send it to the LTO, nothing happens. So there you go. Selective enforcement, Aaron says. I
That's
don't even
true.
know if it's selective or just, I'm not sure what it is. Is it laziness, selectiveness? I don't know. But these things are the cause of a lot of accidents on the road. These, the license, anything where they fake LTO documents allows unqualified people out in the street. And that we
Yeah.
all suffer from. Okay, move
Katok-katok,
on
LTO. Let's move
before I
forward.
blow something here.
Next one is the baby on a bike. I mean,
Oh, kids got balance. Kids got balance, but
yes,
yeah, shouldn't really do that
it's
with kids.
cute
But
but
yeah, it's cute.
dangerous.
But mm,
Cute
yeah,
but dangerous. Don't try this at home, guys.
yeah. Always wear a helmet, even on a bicycle. You never
That's
know.
true. Yes. Be
All
careful,
right,
baby girl. All right, next is the what happened here? You just posted this. Wait,
which?
hold on. Ooh, here it
Oh
is.
yeah, this. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, I guess, because explain it.
Well, how does that happen?
How?
Really?
I don't
How?
know. I
Do they
really
have
don't
a
know.
do they have
That
cement
was
in front?
I mean, yeah, it's one of those bizarre freak accidents, isn't it? I
I
guess it was
know.
one of these freaky accident groups, so it was really dedicated to that type of thing. So I just thought let's post it in case you're having a bad day. Look, it could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse. That's true. Please be careful, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward to the next one is the road safety check. I saw this
Ayun,
last night. I was with my
ayun.
friends and we were all laughing. There's a song for that by Alanis Morissette. It's called Ironic.
Absolutely. This one got a lot of people because now I just want to put a disclaimer out. I know everyone here understands, and I'm not trying to over explain something, but there is a point, but like I was on a podcast, I think Monday, I was being interviewed again about transport and stuff. And one of the question was child seat safety and MVIS and stuff. And this was brought
Mhm.
up even before I posted this. They said, well, shouldn't we also be fixing the roads first before we? And I get where they're coming from. And the reason I wanted to explain this because I don't like to get into that attitude of, oh, sila muna or sila muna, because nothing
Yes.
gets done when you're like, if you get caught and you go, oh, paano yung bus? Diba? Yung bus, kanina yun. It's like, yes, I know, but
A, l-
it
a
doesn't
lot of
work that way.
pointing fingers.
Yes, yes. So it's got to start somewhere. But there is a lot of truth to this little meme, as funny as it is. There's a lot of truth
Mhm,
because it should also work hand in hand. Let's not make it
mhm.
dependent on the other, but come on, mahiya naman kayo. It's like, yes, you are asking for roadworthiness and every vehicle is overqualified compared
Yes,
to your roads. So
fix
there.
the road,
Hmm.
guys. Hi.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's take a breather with the last one. This is called the Pierre Gold. Tita Coring's Pierre Gold.
I'm guessing it's a play on pure gold.
Yes.
Guess
Always panalo.
always
At least
panalo.
panalo siya.
Wow, this is what keeps us sane, our sense of humor. So I hope we never lose
Yes.
it.
And I know. Stay witty, guys. All right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, Chris.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great weekend.
You too, Tita James and everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again next time. Ciao, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Chris with the latest in headlines. And well, as with all of our headlines, a disclaimer: we do not control the news; we just report it. So if it put you in a bad mood, sorry, join the club. I'm the same sometimes. But you know what doesn't put people in a bad mood and was always guaranteed to always get some kind of love? It's, of course, our Free Plug Friday. That returns today with a brand new soundtrack. We took a couple of weeks off, and now we need X. X, are you ready, X? Let's go! Okay.
Hi, Tita James. We actually have a lot in store once again, but before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, feast your eyes on the screen. Let's start the Free Plug Friday strong with one of the items that got me through quarantine. Guess what it is, Tita James?
It's gotta be tea because you're drinking coffee.
I do. That's right. That's right. It's milk tea. So, Tita James, we have Tea Express, actually an Isabela province-based business that serves freshly brewed Taiwan milk tea.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Is that your rig? Is Taiwan your rig for milk tea?
I could say they're one of them.
One of them.
They're
Okay.
one of them for sure.
I associate them with the. I'm not a milk tea freak like you are. So
So Taiwan, Hong Kong, but these guys also offer freshly brewed, like I said, Taiwan milk tea, food, and some snacks. And just like other milk tea shops, they also offer a wide range of drinks to choose from. The price starts at 70 pesos for their drinks.
that's good.
Yes, it's actually
Reasonable.
pretty good.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable, and there are actually like a lot to choose from. If you get tired of one thing, you can always try something else. So for those people who are in Isabela or are heading to Isabela, hope you can check them out. Tea Express. You can also check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Uma Apa Korean Mart. Uma Apa Korean Mart is a one-stop shop Korean Mart in Pasig that also offers ready-to-eat Korean party platters and soju.
Soju.
Soju!
Yeah, I love soju.
Yes, Tita James. And what they set us over are their meat trays, short orders, and the side dishes. Which one did you like among these Tita James? So much.
Well, firstly, I was gonna say there's so much. So if it is a party platter, it's perfect because they have like every little bits and pieces there. I mean, you can just look at it from the photo. Look at that. I mean, 3 big dishes. Even my son came over, couldn't quite tackle this. There was so much. But okay, I like the there was beef. There was some Korean beef there.
And there was a rocket.
There's always a rocket. Where there's food, there's rocket. The kimchi was good. Actually, everything was good. I mean, everything I tried. I didn't get to try everything, but it was all really yummy.
Yummy. And for me, since I can't try the beef, I honestly like zeroed in on the fish cake. The fish cake was really good, and even their tofu that had the sauce. I'm not sure what it's called, but man, it was.
You know, there was only one more thing would make this perfect.
Raffle! Woo-hoo! All right, James, what are we raffling off from Uma Apa Korean Mart?
Oh, we're doing one party tray with soju, and that's going to be for 2 lucky winners.
Wow, congrats, guys.
So awesome. So they're going to get the same type of platters we got?
Yes,
You can have a real party there.
You're going to have a real party.
Yeah.
So, guys, leave your comments.
No, leave that little heart thing. That
Heart,
little heart
Korean
thing.
heart.
The Korean heart.
Cool.
Yeah.
Leave a Korean heart on the comment box and hope the raffle gods choose you at the end of the show. Right, guys, hope you can check them out. Uma Apa Korean Mart on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Pink Belly Manila. So Pink Belly Manila is actually a home-based business that sells Korean barbecues. We don't really have another Korean. Wow, Korea is
they've taken over, from the K-pop to
Yes.
the movies and all that stuff.
K-drama.
K-drama, the food. So yeah, we're really imbibing in their culture. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so guys, what they offer is samgyeopsal. So they sent over some sets that even includes the griller itself.
Wow.
How awesome is that,
Like,
James?
if you order that, you get the grill comes with it. You buy the what's the deal?
Yes, there's actually a set that comes with a grill.
All right.
That's pretty cool, right? So
That's pretty amazing.
look at the grill that you got, Tita James.
Okay.
Right.
Wow. All right. That's pretty. How much is that?
So if you want the samgyeopsal set with the griller, it's 2,499, but that's good up to 7 people already.
And it comes with the griller. Wow.
Yes, Tita James.
Oh.
It's all the food that you see here, plus the side dishes, plus all the little bits and pieces, the sauces, including the samjang that's so good.
It ain't legit unless they raffle it off.
That's true. Should be raffle time! All right, guys, this is 2 in a row. What are we giving away this time to James?
Okay, well, we will give them, assuming that you win this, of course, you will get the Busan for, it's the whole package with the 1 Jeju set, and it comes with the free griller, right?
Yes, it's
So-
1 Busan set and 1 Jeju set.
Okay, 1 Busan set, 1 Jeju set. All right, double the hearts down there below in the comments box.
So more hearts, guys. Hope you win tonight. Good luck. Again, Pink Belly Manila on Facebook and Instagram.
All right.
Next, since we all can't travel to Thailand, let Thailand come to our taste buds. That is. All right, guys, we have food from Easy Tiger. Honestly, I've been a customer of Easy Tiger because I always go to their shop in Podium for their Thai IC. But anyway, they sent over their kick box sets or their premium party box set that come in there's different food to choose from. Which one did you like most, Tita James?
I tried the sticky mango, because that's like a piece of Thailand in your mouth, isn't
It
it?
seemed like you had some trouble trying it a while ago.
I always have trouble trying anything in the Pre-Plug Friday because of a certain unnamed hairy individual
A
who
brown
shall not be named.
No. No, it can't. Can't name him, but he's fluffy and brown, so that's more than enough.
And he controls the raffles, so we can't speak ill of him.
Yes, guys, we won't speak ill of that fluffy little brown boy. Anyways, they also have an option. The cool thing is, apart from the sips, they also have options for vegans. Isn't that cool, Tito James? And all sets come with an appetizer, main dish, noodles, rice, dessert, and a drink. And you can choose what kind of drink you want. So it's either you get a Thai iced tea.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
So it's all bundled in, the whole thing. The
whole
main
thing
dish,
is
the noodles, the
bundled.
rice, the dessert, and the drink.
Everything's bundled
Wow.
in, Tito James. Just look at these sets, so wonderful. And they come in like fresh, hot and fresh. And oh God.
What about prices? What are the prices like?
Oh, price starts at 790 pesos and it goes up depending on what kind of set you get. And guys, hope you can check them out. If you can't order online, they also have branches if you are near Podium, Uptown BGC, SM North EDSA, Eastwood, and even SM Mall of Asia. Again, Easy Tiger on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not the least, we have Little Lion dog treats.
Don't forget your pets.
Don't forget your pets, guys. So this is Rocket's lucky day.
No, this was my revenge.
This is a revenge. I seen in the photo. Someone
Now you know how it feels, Rocket, huh?
Now how you know
Now
how
you know how it feels, Rocket.
Oh.
See?
Oh, my photo's bomber. Little Lion dog treats are actually natural dog treats that are safe alternative to jerky. And the interesting thing is here is because they have different types of flavors. Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Like chicken
Flavors.
feet, pork liver, chicken breast, and even anchovies.
Anchovies. Tell you, these pets now are getting so fussy now.
I kid you not. Just look at these.
Does he like them? Does he like them?
He loves them.
Wow, that's
Just look at him try to. He was curious, and then eventually, when he started getting warmer with it, he warmed up to it pretty fast and started like eating it as if it was the best treats he's ever had. Apart from that, he actually also genuinely loved the beef brisket too. So I think it's a toss between those two for now. So hope you guys can give it to your furry friends or your furry best friend. Price starts at 170 pesos for 50 grams of dog treats. Hope you can check them out. Little Lion Dog Treats on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize, Titoclockers. This is X. Peace out. Happy weekend. Bye.
And there is Free Plug Friday. Thanks, X. All right. Sorry about the sound. We are in a new location, as I said. So we kind of lost a little bit of quality there. But anyway, I think you got the gist. And more importantly, you figured out that if you put the little hearts in there, but just go on. Are they going on the main post or are they going on this post to be drawn from with the little hearts? Right here. Okay. So put it here. Put it in this one. There you go. We'll also get from the other side. But you know what? We're kind of biased to the people who are here. Don't tell anyone. Well, of course, if you're not here, you wouldn't know, right? So that works out pretty well. So there's Free Plug Friday. We do have our raffle a little later on, about 10, 15 minutes time. We'll get Rocket over here. Just wanted to touch up on a few things. One of them being, of course, something I posted, a couple of things I posted. One today was about the noise pollution from sports cars in especially the BGC area, because that's where they congregate. So if any of my friends are listening right now outside, if you're tuned in, and I love cars. I mean, I made my whole life about cars here. So it's not coming from a place it's coming from a place of love. Let's just say that. When I ask humbly, let's just be more considerate when we are showing off our cars and stuff like that. I've always said this, especially when we're driving, that we don't post speeds and stuff like that. Be a good example on the road. Well, now, it's especially with the work at home situation. A lot of people have been noticing that I guess it gets a little bit more irritating when loud engine noises are played, or people are playing with revving up their engines, stuff in the Sunday morning drives or the Sunday morning meets and stuff like that. So I just wanted to bring it up because let's all try to live in harmony, and let's all try to not step on each other's toes if we can. So there's a way where we can really appreciate the machines and stuff. Just when you pull into the residential areas, just don't rev up if you could. That would be a big, big help. Like I said in my post, to me, it's music to my ears, but to a mom that's been nursing a sick child all night, no, not quite the same, and neither is it for any number of reasons. People trying to get an extra hour or two sleep and stuff like that. Motorbikes too, Alvin. Good point. A lot of people are saying include motorbikes. Well, for me, that's a no-brainer that we include the motorbikes. But sadly, I just don't think these people are as reachable because the car club groups are very organized in a specific area. So it's a very specific plea to these people because, they get permits and stuff to do this. So we're just asking to be a little bit considerate. With the motorcycles, well, we've been saying that forever. Tricycles, motorcycles, Jeeps, etc. They really don't care. They're not an organized group with permits and stuff like that. They're just let to get away with it or allowed to get away with it by LGUs. It's as simple as that. So LGUs, if you're listening, please do your job. Enforce there's already ordinances on noise. So the same would apply for sports cars. We just hope it doesn't need to get to that stage because we appreciate that it's not necessarily, there's nothing broken about their cars. It's just a little too loud for some people's taste. And there's a time and place to enjoy that and not necessarily on a Sunday morning in a residential area is all we're saying. That's one. The other bit of good news I wanted to share with everybody was can I share it now? That thing about, it's so exciting. This is really cool. A lot of you might already know that ever since the shadow ban, we found TikTok, right? So TikTok's become some kind of a very enjoyable place, actually. I really, honestly, if I'm really, really honest, I just started TikTok to get away from the ban, right? Because there was a problem with the Facebook, etc. But I ended up totally falling in love with the platform, totally falling in love with the format, and the community as well is really great. So a few things have happened since then. The account was started January 2 or 3, something like that. And in about just over a month, it's already ballooned up to, it's gotten a lot of traction. So there's about 55,000 followers already on the page, which is great. Also, different formats are working within TikTok. So it's not just the silly stuff and the dancing and the jokes and stuff, but it's good to see that even when I put out some informative stuff or motivational stuff or road safety stuff, these are also getting traction. And that's just great because, look, I love having fun like the next guy, but my real drive for social media has always been to make a difference in the community. So if it doesn't have that, it doesn't really feel like a proper tool for me. It just feels like something very self-serving. So I'm glad to see that TikTok has evolved into that, or it now has an audience for that. And here's the kicker. Here's the part I really wanted to share with everybody is that after about a month, TikTok have reached out and they've said, we'd like you to do an official, what do you call it? It's a live stream and it's an official collab with Mayor Isko Moreno. And what makes this so super special for me is that, well, aside from, Mayor Isko being Mayor Isko, for crying out loud, he's actually the guy that brought me into TikTok. Not necessarily that he called and said, hey, come to TikTok. It's when I went to TikTok thinking, I don't know if I could put together a credible account here. I mean, it's one thing to do a song and dance, and everyone who knows me and who has been following this page know that, I don't take myself that seriously. I'll laugh and joke, whatever. But as I said, the page needs to have an advocacy. So it cannot come at the expense of diluting your credibility out there. So it's with TikTok, I was worried about, okay, great. I'm sure it won't be a hassle or a problem getting a following, getting some traction, getting some reach and numbers and stuff. But will you make a difference? That was what worried me. Or will people tend to look at you in a different light? All of these things freaked me out. So I went and I started checking around and stuff like that. And when I saw Mayor Isko's account, I thought, well, you can't get much more credible and respected than Mayor Isko. And he's there. And he does silly stuff and he does real stuff. So when I saw that, I said, okay, I'm in. On the strength of that, I will sign up for a TikTok account. So it was really nice how in the end, when this all came full circle about a month and a half later, they reached out to Mayor Isko and they said, listen, we're looking at a collab, whatever, and we're going to collab with James Deacon. And you know what the first thing he said to them? The first thing he said to TikTok, oh, shut up, Siri. Mayor Isko said, did you know I was the one who influenced him to get onto TikTok? You're right, Mayor. You really did. That is 100% true, and you deserve all the credit for that. Because not just me, but with everybody, I'm sure that's looked at TikTok and sees that you can have a still credible personality without. You don't have to give that up just because you're on the platform. So I'm super excited about that. That is on Monday, and it doesn't get much more serious. Look at it than a COVID-19 vaccine education campaign. So there you go. We're not going to be dancing to it. Well, I don't know. The briefing happens on the weekend, so we may be dancing to it. I may eat my own words, right? But I don't think we'll be dancing to it. We'll be doing this as a live stream, and hopefully this is more of things to come with TikTok. So if you're not on TikTok yet, and this is not a paid ad or anything, it's just from the bottom of my heart. If you're not on TikTok, go over and start an account, because it's really one of the last few happy places left on the internet, especially on social media. So I'm not saying you delete any of the other accounts, keep them like I do as well. But it just, yeah, Albert, yes, you should download and set up a TikTok account. I think that's just my personal thing, because it gives you a little happiness. That's all. It's back to what social media was back in the day before it got all crazy and serious and all that and political. And so when you look at it now, if you're new to TikTok, or you think, okay, now that's just dancing and Chinese spying and all that, I can't vouch for the spying. I have no idea. But what I can tell you is this: it's far more than dancing. It's far more than what you probably think it is. There's so many genres. There's so many ways to reach your audience. So you might find that you may have not had any luck being a content creator on any other platform, and boom, all of a sudden you just blow up on TikTok. Many examples I can think of that. Many. I have friends that, or people who I follow, not necessarily personal friends, but people I follow like on Instagram and Facebook, who, I won't mention any names, but who could not get any traction on their accounts. They just couldn't, and these are good people with good content, but they just weren't clicking. And then they went on TikTok, and then they just soared because somehow their content just allowed it to work there. It's very random, the setup of it. It allows for a lot of the problems that, let's say, with the content I'm doing on TikTok, I've always been able to do that content, but the problem is context. What do you do when you go on Facebook and people are expecting you to be talking about transport, and then all of a sudden you break into a dance or something? It just comes out of nowhere. TikTok allows that element of surprise or that element of randomness. So really, your brain is programmed a different way when you're surfing that app. You're just going through in not knowing what to expect. One scroll is a dance, the next scroll is a joke, the next scroll is a motivational thing. It depends on what you really like. And the more you interact with it, of course, like any of these social platforms, the more it understands you and starts recommending stuff for you. But I don't want to, again, speak on the cybersecurity side. I have no idea. But all I can tell you is just on the social side, it's a far more pleasant place to be. And although I still, obviously, even with the shadow ban on Facebook, we're still here, and we'll work a way around it, of course, because there's still things that need to be done and things that still only work well on Facebook. So as much as it would be nice to be able to just sort of migrate to a happier place, each platform has its own advantages and disadvantages. So if you are a content creator, or if you're just somebody who's getting a little fed up with whatever platform you're on, whatever, just check it out. Spend a little time on it, because it does take a little bit of a while before you understand it. I downloaded it once or twice before I actually committed to the platform. So that's just my experience, and I just wanted to share it with you. Albert, it's good to see you out there. Man, if Albert Cuenca, one day, if I open my app and see Albert dancing, then I will know I am a real influencer. Albert, it's a challenge, okay? But who did sign up? Can I say this is cheesy? I hope not too cheesy, but I'm kind of humble brag. Okay, not so humble. Who did sign up, because I told you Yorme was the one who inspired me, or who influenced me to get onto TikTok. Well, I just got a message from someone who said I influenced them. It was Jasmine Curtis Smith. So if you're out there, Jasmine, thank you for that. That's made me super kilig to find that out. Super excited. So can't wait also on the collab, Leia. I really respect that guy for what he's done for the city. The way he unites people is more what I'm impressed with. Again, I don't get into politics. I don't want to get into politics or even discuss it. But as a personality, I really respect people that can really work at uniting rather than dividing. This divisive politics thing is just killing the country. It's killing the world, not just the Philippines. We've seen it happen in many other countries. And in the Philippines, it's getting to the stage where it's boiling. It's reaching boiling point. I'm sure by 2022, we're going to have some pretty serious social issues that are going to come from this. So as early as now, get yourself invested, spread your socials out a little bit, because you do not want to be getting all your social from one space. It's not healthy. Actually, you could say that for most things, but with social media diet, you really need a variety and a very well balanced one. Otherwise, you will get sucked into the whole negativity and stuff like that. Oh my God, Albert. He's doing it. Look, X, check it out. Just you wait. Challenge accepted. Okay, I should get Influencer of the Year award. For those who a lot of people probably remember Albert's been on the show a few times, and we've also given some Albert's Pizzeria's way, some pizzas from Albert's Pizzeria, should I say. The margaritas are still the best I've tried. Wonderful. So maybe one day we'll go back to that. But right now we do have a raffle, and it's not pizza. Sorry, Albert. It's Korean food, and it comes with its own burner. I love how they include their own, what do you call that? Griller. There you go. I thought it was a very highfalutin word. Kick my thing. I need a dog for this next portion. Do we have a dog? Raffle dog. Oh my God, Rocket. A Rocket. All right, Rocket. You know what to do. You just had your haircut, man. He had a 16 all around, right? He's just been groomed. You don't want to make that perm go to waste, Rocket. He's literally smells so good. He's come from the salon, and he smells better than me. That's not saying a lot, you know. It is been a long week, you know. So, Rocket, are you ready? I think you've been in that samgyeopsal. Yeah, it smells a little bit like it. Yeah, you better stay away from the raffle prizes there, Rockies. But I had to try it, you know, just to make sure. So the first up, there's 2 raffle prizes to draw. Oh wait, X, you're getting ahead of yourself. We're doing this on a bit of a budget. Or don't go yet, Rocket. I'm looking for the raffle music. Oh, we don't have raffle. Sorry, no raffle music today. We're stuck in this strange spot because my microphone on the other side broke. So Rocket, you know what to do. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You like my chair? Oh yeah, before I go, I gotta show you my bar. Okay, let's hold Rocket. I'm gonna show the bar. Because somebody said the chair, right? This chair, anyway, we got a couple of minutes before 6 o'clock. This is the drink that they sent with the Korean thing, right? So they sent that drink. And this chair over here is one that there's a backstory to that chair, but basically I got it from this place here, Raro, and they made this bar for me. Check this bar out. Wait, I gotta turn on the lights. So these guys made this. Look at this, Albert. Look at that, Albert. You think you got a nice bar? Albert's bar, huh? Well, check that out. All right. In fact, I'm going to do the raffle right here. Ha, ha, ha! I love it. I love it. Come on, Rocket. You know what to do, Rocket. Come on. Rocket, we need it. You're our DTI rep. All right. Ready, Rocket? Hit that button. 3rd time lucky. It's Rocket time. Hey, this is actually a nice background. Actually. So the story, it's the Among Us chair. Thank you. Yeah. It's actually an IKEA, believe it or not, but from the 70s. Ready? Press that button, Rocket.
2 windows. This is the first for the.
Why are there 2 windows?
For the air vita.
All right, guys, hang on because we have another one too. We have these Air Vita. These are really nice. These are like $9,000, right?
Yeah.
These are titanium air purifiers that you wear around that create the negative ions that basically attach themselves. How negative ions work, if you're not familiar, is it sends out these negative ions that are created pretty much in nature. You know, if you go to the forests and like waves crashing on rocks and stuff like that, those release natural negative ions. This one, they managed, the formula they use creates 100 times more negative ions than what is produced in the forest. And what negative ions actually do is viruses, allergens, and all those impurities are positively charged. And somehow when the two meet each other, they stick together and the negative ions will react to it, and then they'll cling to each other, and then they'll just drop to the floor. So that's the science behind the negative ion purifiers. And we are giving away how many? 3, right?
Yeah.
3. And like I said, these are not your ordinary ones. I mean, there are few on the market, and you'll see a lot of them on the market right now. But this is a CES 2020 Innovation Award winner. And it's won this award for many reasons. One is, of course, what it does for health, which is important. And number 2, it is because of its stylish design. Look at that. I mean, that one is, they got titanium in there. I mean, even the necklaces are made of titanium. And they've got magnets on them so that, you know, you don't have to click it on and stuff like that. You don't have to, you know, put clasps and stuff or put it around. You just put it, magnet, and it works really well. And there you go. We're giving away 3 of those. Air Vita L1, there's an M1 as well, and a car kit as well for your car. So I mean, like, these things you see, well, the president's wearing one, right? He wears one. I don't know what brand, but he wears an air purifier like this around his neck. So let's check it out. Just thinking of Rocket. What do you think, Rocket? You are a negative ion yourself, aren't you? How did I end up doing this in front of the bar? That's right. Okay, so I'll finish the backstory of the chair after the Rocket does his. Okay, super quick backstory. This chair here is an IKEA chair. So it looks like an Among Us chair. A lot of people said it looks like an Among Us chair, but it was a very strange thing because I saw it on this page called Raro, which is like a rare antique furniture dealer in Instagram. There's a guy there that does, you know, buy and sell stuff for older pieces and signature pieces and stuff like that. And I saw this and I remember thinking, oh my God, this is perfect for Titoclock because you've got the logo, you've got the salt lamps, you got the tones, the earthy tones, the orange, the retro. It was perfect. So I sent a message and I said, how much for the chair? I want to get the chair. And the guy said, I don't know this guy, right? I mean, it's just an Instagram account I followed. And the guy said, oh man, what a pity. It just sold. And I was like, oh man. He just happened for some reason to say the name of who he sold it to. I don't know why, but he just said, you know, sold to a guy called Brent Coe. And I was like, Brent Coe, I kind of know that guy. And he's dating X over here. Dun, 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 dun. So sold out. I was like, X, like your job? I like the chair. You do the math. Somehow the chair ended up here. Thanks, Brent. Of course, I paid him for it, but yep, there was a bit of a backstory. Anyway, the guy who basically sold the chair to Brent made this bar for me here, custom made. It was just installed yesterday, no? Yesterday or the day before? Just installed. Super happy with it. Custom made from mahogany. Smells great. Got leather in there. So, all right. Enough of that. You came here for the raffle. We got a couple of minutes left. Rocket ship. Brent's probably tuned in now. He's usually tuned in. It's actually mandatory. Because X checks up, you know, she has little quizzes when she gets back.
Someone's batchmates with Brent.
Who? Oh, really?
Francis,
really? Batchmates with Brent.
Brent's online.
He was earlier. I saw him say hi. Yeah, it is like blackmail. What's your point? Ivan, you say it like a bad thing. It is like serendipity. But but don't you think it suits it? It matches, you know? I mean, come on. If you're going to extort and lean on a friendship or an employment contract, it's for something like this, you know? Do it for something that counts. Actually, no, we're just having a bit of fun because at the end of the day, it really is just a conversation piece. Did we draw it out yet?
Which one?
The
Ermida?
yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Time to draw.
Here, I was wondering. I've been talking and talking, and I don't see no Arabidas being drawn. So Rocket's like, yeah, you know what? I'm paid by the minute. All right. Oh my God! You just made him redundant. You just made Rocket redundant.
Wait. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We're waiting for it. Where is it?
It's coming back up.
It's coming back up. Okay.
That was a test.
Okay, that was a test. That was a test.
Test.
All right. Don't make Rocket redundant. Any wine for raffle? No, but I accept donations. I really got to fill it up. It's medyo kulang. Let's see that. Wow, congratulations, Michael Romy. And the last one, this is Black Sherwin Hill P. Bolivar. I'm excited too. Yeah, you know what? These things are usually, it's always about the story. I mean, it's not actually very, it's not what you consider in furniture standards, considered an expensive chair. I think it's like $6,000. So it's not like astronomical or anything like that, but it's more the story behind it that makes a difference. So I thought I'd share that story, even though a few people were hurt in the process. But we never promised it was going to be easy. Life was never meant to be fair. Sorry, Brent. Okay, so that's that. We'd like to thank, of course, Bridgestone, who have been our supporters since day one of Titoclock. We couldn't do the show without them. We couldn't do actually a lot of things without them. And you couldn't get to work without them because your tires would just make a lot of noise, you know. It wouldn't be very fun driving without good rubber on your car. So thanks, Bridgestone, for always being there, even during a time of pandemic. When people weren't driving around, they were very supportive and they kept going with all their efforts to make sure that the show stayed online because they felt that they were never selling tires to begin with. They were always selling a promise, and they were delivering on that promise during the pandemic. For that, hats off. We really salute you. And on another note, X just had her car service there at Bridgestone, right? And this is, well, not what happened. It was how much cheaper than your regular servicing at the casa?
More than 50%.
More than 50% off. The car is 2 years old now, is it?
Yeah.
So 2 years old, you know, here's a little tip. If you're out of warranty already, especially, or you're nearing to if you're out of warranty, it's a no-brainer. It's really a no-brainer for me. You go to somewhere like a Bridgestone service center or somewhere like that because the costs are going to be a lot lower. No, I'm not trying to hate on any of my manufacturer friends. It's part of it, especially if you are if you have a car and you're trying to make sure the warranty is okay, you're going to need to go to your casa. So, but after the warranty period, when you have a choice, do consider going to a place like that because it becomes, one, it's cheaper, like I said, and two, she was very happy with the service, right? As in super happy, so that's it. I just wanted to share that. So thanks very much for tuning in. I guess we've done all the housekeeping stuff. Anything I've forgotten? Rocket? No? Nothing? No? All right. With that, we'll see you guys again next Friday for Titoclock. Till then, be kind to one another and always sanitize. Bye.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.